Hey everyone, Neil here again, welcome back to HQ. What I wanted to talk about today was the benefits of writing short little fiction books as opposed to writing a full traditional length novel. Now, the problem with a full traditional length novel is between 80,000 and 120,000 words in length. Now, whatever way you look at it, that is a shed load of work. One hell of a lot of writing. And then, of course, when you finished it, you've got all the costs associated with the editing process as well that go into that. So that means that even before you put your book to market, you've invested a lot of time, a lot of energy, and probably a lot of money in this book. Problem is, if the marketing then falls flat on its face, you're left with nothing. Okay, you've invested all that time, energy, and money, and you get nothing back, or next to nothing back, in return. Now, wouldn't it make far more sense to take that same time and energy and spread it up into smaller chunks? So as opposed to writing 100,000 words in one book, write 5 books with 20,000 words of length. Wouldn't that make far more sense? Of course it would, yeah? You're spreading the risk, as it were. Yeah, so that makes far more sense. Here we are, latte delivered, thank you. So that would make far more sense, yeah? Bloody hell, that was hot. Jesus. Oh, I wasn't expecting that. Made my eyes water, that, hang on. So, it's always best to spread the risk. So that means you don't drink a hot coffee as soon as it arrives, yeah? Think about going into the casino with $100, yeah, and going on the roulette table. You can go and take that $100 and you could slap it all on 17 black. Now, you may win, and if you win, you're going to win big. Problem is, the chances are you're probably not going to win, yeah? The ball's going to land somewhere else. If you took that $100, though, and you spread it up over a number of different numbers, the chances that you're going to win are going to increase considerably. And it's exactly the same with books. It's exactly the route you want to be taking, okay? So, this idea that short books are somehow inferior to novels is a little bit old-fashioned, a little bit outdated. Reason I say that is that, firstly, Amazon have got their own short reads chart now, so they are recognising the importance and the desire from their customers to actually want to buy these short read books, and I'll come on and talk about that in a little bit. But these short read charts, they vary from, I think they start at something that will take about 15 minutes to read, all the way up to 2.5 hours, I think, is the frame. So Amazon are recognising that more and more of these short books for fiction are coming out there. The other people that are recognising that these short books are taking off are big name authors. There are so many big name authors now that are producing little books in between their main novels, because they know it takes such a long time to write a novel. They don't want to keep their fans waiting, yeah? So they produce a little book. There are certain authors that are writing in series at the moment. Alison Weir, she's a historical fiction writer. She's writing a series about Henry VIII's wives. Each of the books is, big and chunky. I think she releases about one a year in this. But in between, she writes a little story, a little short one, that is like a bridge between the two books in the series. Yeah? So if the big name authors are getting in on this, if Amazon are already producing these charts because they know it's what readers want, then why aren't you doing it? Yeah? The thing that we found, and literally all we produce, we do a very, very small amount of non-fiction. The vast majority of what we produce are short read fiction books. And if you do your research in the first place and start working in genres, niches that have a high demand, where the customer base are hungry, you'll find that you start releasing these books and immediately you start getting emails in from readers demanding to know where your next book is. That's one of my email lists for one of the genres that we write in. I was pretty astounded by the number of books that seem to get read in this genre. It's very small, very niche. and I actually wrote to the email list and said, hey guys, I'm just doing a bit of research. Can you tell me how many books that you read in a week? And literally about 10% of the email list replied. It's not a massive list, so I got about, 70, 80 responses or something along those lines. And I was blown away by the number of books that these people read. I think the highest number of books that were read in a week was something silly like 33 books somebody read the previous week. The point is, because these books are so short, they can be read and enjoyed in one sitting. Yeah, so somebody can go to bed, they can read for an hour and a half, and finish the entire book. Yeah? And they love it. And then the next night they start a brand new story. Yeah? They start something new. What has driven this phenomena is the Kindle Unlimited program, where people pay Amazon a fixed sum every month. I think it's around $10. And then they can read any book that's enrolled in the Kindle Unlimited program for nothing. The way you get paid is that you get paid per page read. And that is where the vast majority of our income comes from. It comes from these page reads. Yeah, every single month we have about 2 or 3 million pages read of our books, plus, of course, the money from the sales as well. Yeah, but the vast majority of the money comes from these all-important page reads. So if you're not doing short fiction, if you're concentrating on the longer format and it isn't working for you, then switch. Start doing short little books. Get the books out there. The other thing, of course, to consider is that if you've only written one 100,000 word novel, you've only got the visibility, the pairs of eyes going on that one title. If you've got written 10,000 word short books, your presence online is going to be far greater, because you've got 10 books that people might end up stumbling across. The other great thing is that people, when they've read one of your books, they'll immediately go and download the next one in your series or in your collection. Yeah, so give it a go. If longer format fiction hasn't worked for you, have a blast at non-fiction and let me know how it goes for you.